This is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. One thing that came to my mind is just asking you a question that have you ever thought that you listening to your spouse's conversation with a platonic friend can actually change things around for you? So have you ever been in that state where you will be able to, as a man or as a woman, allow your spouse to listen to your conversations? So I'm putting that to you. And my thought on this is that the reason why many relationships break is not because of just one occurrence of issues that they might be facing, but it builds up. There's a build up to that specific moment whereby everyone is at loggerheads at each other, and you're going through all the drifts back and forth in the conversations that you're having, and you're telling yourself that, you know what, I can't take this anymore. Because when you have a platonic friendship, what starts as a harmless, conversation will actually build up. There's always that entrusting the platonic friend that you are having, and one conversation will lead to the other, and there's that investment of the time that you're supposed to be using to spend with your husband or with your wife now invested in this person, and those little deposits becomes so solidified that without you speaking to that person, it feels like there's an incompleteness in you, that until you're able to pour out to that person, you're not just free. And that is where the problem starts. That actually is where the cheating starts, that until you want to speak to that person. Because all of the energy, all of the time that you need to be using and investing to speak to your spouse now has been redirected, whereby you're always speaking to your platonic friend, whether it is a man or a woman. And, this is where the issue starts from. And I just want to pose that question to you, that would you allow your spouse to have a platonic friendship? And if you're an advocate of that, oh, it's okay, I've had these friends even before I met the husband, before I met the wife, they're just friends and all that. In my case, it's not going to work. God has put in me to be the leader, to protect, to make sure that I'm preserving all that God has done in this covenant. So I'm not going to allow any form of intruder, any form of distraction, to come in between us and take my place as the husband. So wives, you're supposed to be speaking to your husband, not your man friend, not your so-called high school friend, not your platonic friend. It starts with your husband. It starts with your wife. She's your platonic friend. She's your lover. She's everything. So don't get it twisted.